I guess my first question for you, are small businesses just worse at hiring than big businesses? Because that seems to be one of the indicators from the survey that you guys did.
Yeah. It might not be fair to say that altogether, but there might be some reason behind it. So the survey we just did was 500 hiring managers at small companies, and it basically discussed and revealed their pain points. And so to start, 89% said that they are facing significant recruiting challenges. 87% missed out on a good hire in the past year, mainly because the candidate's salary expectations were more than what the company's willing to pay.
Mm.
And then 32% made a hiring mistake in the past year compared to only 21 and 18% of managers at mid-sized and large companies, respectively. And the last piece to the overall key findings here is that when it comes to the most recent regrettable hire, it took 18 weeks on average to terminate the employee and restaff the position. So that's 4.5 months of wasted time.
Yeah, that's a lot of money to throw away on something that you admit is a mistake. Corey, why do you think specifically small businesses seem to be struggling? Because I've seen big businesses struggle with hiring too. They tend to be bureaucratic. They can take a long time to get organized. Why are small businesses having a tough time keeping up?
Well, like we said for months now, it's a high competitive hiring market. And as research just showed, 9 in 10 managers at small companies face difficulty finding talent, and it can take for them up to 7 weeks to hire for an open position. And so when it comes to recruiting, small businesses are competing against larger organizations with more resources, including dedicated recruiters and a budget for a higher salary, even better benefits. So small businesses can also face retention challenges, which makes hiring even more critical and stressful as they seek to staff new and then vacated positions.
Is there anything small businesses? I'm actually coming from this perspective. I started my career at a large financial services business. I got a lot of great experience, had fantastic benefits that, frankly, I was a 21-year-old and didn't really need. But 401k match, all these things that a lot of small businesses can't compete with. So, what can those small businesses do to be more competitive? If it's not going to come from a better health insurance plan, for example, what can those businesses do to shine a little bit better and be more competitive in the space?
Sure. I mean, like you said, they can't always compete, but what they can do is they can play up their strengths. So, for example, they can take inventory and they can think beyond the salary. So they should identify and list out all the reasons why their company is a great place to work, and they should promote their company's strengths to job seekers and candidates. And by the way, the strengths could be anything from corporate culture to values, flexible work options, generous vacation policy, career advancement opportunities, the list goes on. But the other thing they could do, and this is an important one, is they should hire quickly. The candidates now are still getting multiple offers. So moving quickly and efficiently through the hiring process is going to be really key and paramount right now. And by the way, if they get to the point where they get through it, they should be prepared to extend an offer. And then the other thing they can do, too, to also kind of separate and compete with those large organizations is they can offer training. They can consider hiring candidates who are underqualified for a role but show a willingness to learn and gain skills through the training.
My day job is running a small business, so I feel like I'm too biased to answer this question, so I'm going to make you answer it. For job seekers out there, you're considering a job at a big, large organization versus a very small one. Are there critical things that you can point to? I mean, you guys work with with job applicants and employers across the country. Are there key items that you see as, hey, this is a real clear benefit that almost uniquely applies to small businesses that doesn't to large ones?
Absolutely. There's so many benefits to working for a small business. I'm not just saying this on your behalf, but there really are. So first, working for a small business is going to give you direct access to decision makers. Since there's fewer layers of management, you may get to interact with the CEO, the owner, other senior leaders, and learn firsthand from their experience. There's also an opportunity within career advancement. Think about it. It's really easy to get lost in the shuffle of a large company. So at a small business, you can take on more responsibility, you can wear many hats, and you'll probably get noticed quicker for your work. The other thing, we all know this, but there's less red tape in small businesses. They've got less protocols to wade through, which means that projects are completed more quickly, and you also may have more support to innovate and take risks. And then the last thing, and I love this, self-discovery. Working for a small business often means it's an all hands-on-deck approach. And so the upside is that you may get to try something completely new and in the process learn something unexpected about yourself.
Corey Adams from Robert Half discussing the small business survey they did on hiring at those small businesses. Corey, really appreciate you coming on and look forward to having you on again soon.